So I want to go over how these are being used in a therapeutic setting. So what they're doing right now for a lot of the studies, and so frame of reference to where we're getting a lot of this data from, is they're having two psychiatrists assist somebody through the process of taking a very large dose of typically psilocybin. Psilocybin is faster acting. It only lasts like 4 to 6 hours compared to LSD, which can last upwards of 12, maybe more. It's pretty long lasting. And so it makes it more ideal for a therapeutic setting. When the therapists or psychiatrists enter the room, they choose one male, one female. They're there to make sure the person is not panicking. They're there to cover them if they have any needs. So if they need like food, water, just a hand to hold on to. But most of what's going on in these settings is actually happening in the participant's own mental space. Okay? They give the participant a blindfold and they put on music. Sometimes it's like the healing frequency stuff, sometimes it's classical music, sometimes it's like shamanic stuff, like drumming and what have you. It's based on what the participant feels most comfortable in. And they put, I think I already said, they put eye shades on them and they make them lay down. And so you can think about this default mode network turning off and being in a space where you're brought into that moment and have your eyes shut and you can feel what your body's feeling. You get a lot of sensory input and you have a lot of this cross communication happening, and there seems to be like a defragging effect going on. People say they have a sense of unlocking that goes on during these experiences. Most people rate it as within the top 5 most important experiences of their life, because you end up being, if you're this drawn into the moment, it's weird. It's why you have people who like look at their hands and stuff, because they feel so present in the moment. They don't even feel like the narrative has been turned off so much. They don't even feel like it's necessarily their body that they're experiencing, but that they have just woken up for the very first time and are in a body. Okay, that's like really intense ego death, like when it gets extreme. So from that headspace, then piecing everything back together, you pull yourself back together and you remember your stories and you see potentially where the hang-ups are in your life, and who knows your situation better than you. Now, it significantly helps with depression. The results have been really impressive, and I go over some of them in my book. Roland Griffiths is someone to look into if you really want to see the data on it. But that's the process of what they're doing to try to take someone through this experience. That's the best thing we have right now. And you can imagine why, with that mechanism involved, this is creating this outcome, and why someone would have, a profound, like, whoa, what is life experience on top of, oh yeah, I like these other things in my life I need to change. So it's this double whammy thing. There's a reason they call them magic mushrooms. It's not many other things in our language do we call magical. I can't think of anything that we actually do that with that's an actual real living thing that we've agreed to call something like that. So it's a unique thing. So that's the mechanism behind how it works, and that's how we're trying to create a safe space for someone to go through this. The next video, I'm going to cover the outcomes of what typically we see psychologically shifted within individuals who have actually done psychedelics. And I think that you're going to be kind of surprised. So I hope you're enjoying this. Anyways, love you guys.